రచన చూడు ఇందులో ఇమోజీస్ ఇలా పెడుతున్నా స్టాప్ చేయడానికి అవుతుంది అవుతుందా వీళ్ళు ఇమోజీస్ పెడుతున్నారు వాళ్ళు ఇమోజీస్ పెడుతున్నారు
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible? So, in the last session, what we discussed, just I gave an introduction to generative AI. So today I'm just going to show that how this generative AI is going to work. Okay, and we'll discuss all the things about how it is going to work and what are the things is going to have. We'll discuss some more in detail about generative AI. So before moving to the generative AI, just I'm going to give once again just how this um, internship is going to work. What are the things you are going to. So using this. In this internship, you will understand what is generative AI. Okay. In this internship, you are going to understand what is generative AI. After that, you're going to go things like how to work with cloud. Okay. So you need to finish some cloud. Okay. Let me do one.
Hello guys, am I audible?
So if it is if voice is not clear, please let me know. Okay. Okay. In the previous session, we discussed about what is generative AI, and also we discussed how where it has been started, right? And also we discussed about how this generative AI going to help for your Google Cloud. Okay, so in upcoming sessions, you'll get a clarity that. So there are some tasks you are going to do today. I will show that how to create account in Google Skill Boost and how to access. And also I'll show that to give the team is going to share one Google form. Okay. So that is the thing. In this internship, you are going to get to know about generative AI. Okay. Just I will inform that you're going to work on projects and you need to finish the labs. Okay. So what is the type of labs? All these things we'll discuss in the upcoming sessions clearly. Okay. In this session, just in this internship, you're going to get to know complete about generative AI. Okay, you're going to get the practically and you'll understand practically, as well as you're going to get to know the complete background how this generative AI is going to work. All the things you'll get to know. Okay. So for accessing the skill boost, in skill boost, you need to do the some learning. You need to finish some tasks, and I'll show that we'll discuss every day that too. Okay, how to do the labs and how are the things we need to follow. All these things, and I will let you know. Okay. So let me share my screen. So yesterday we discussed about how this generative AI going to work, where it has been started, right? So in this session, I'm going to give you some more clarity how this generative AI going to work. Okay, means what are the things it is going to use, what is the difference between already we discussed, but I'm going to show that once again in detail about this generative AI. Okay, and after that in tomorrow's session we'll discuss about prompt engineering. After that we'll discuss about different generative models, and we will work on a labs. Okay, so you'll get complete overview about this generative AI. Okay, let me share this. Guys, are you able to see the screen? Is it visible? Just if not, please let me know. Yeah, that's good. So we'll get to know what is generative AI. Already yesterday we discussed what is a generative AI generally, and now we'll see more in detail about how this generative AI going to work. Yes. So yesterday we seen this where it has been started and what is the things of Google, how it is going to integrate it, and what is the Google did, and when they started transforming this from variation to variation, model to model. So the Google introduced transformers in 2017. After that, every year they updated different models like bird they introduced. After 2022 they introduced bird.
After that, they introduced Gemini. So in that way, every year they updated, every 1 2 years they updated a new model into the market. So now in this session, we'll see the how this generative AI going to work. Okay. So what are the capabilities and characteristics of generative AI? And okay, you're going to see some use cases. Okay. And you'll get to know the different applications of this generative AI. Okay. So generative AI. So coming to the generative AI, we have different models nowadays. So in that, some of these are the good compared to other models. These are the best models. So for that, DALL-E was introduced by one of the company. So do you know which company DALL-E was introduced? Anyone? Yeah, that is the thing. So DALL-E was introduced by OpenAI. This is an non-profitable company which was started by Elon Musk and its co-partners. So so they introduced DALL-E with as for image generation. So already we have for text generation as ChatGPT. So when you ask for ChatGPT to generate image, so generally you're going to give the prompt, right? Please generate these type of images. So when you ask for this image, so what it will do? So what it will do, it will generate the images, but background this generating purpose, there it is going to use DALL-E. Okay, so which was introduced for creating images. And coming to ChatGPT, we already discussed. So this is one of the model which is going to huge, became one of the popular model when was ChatGPT introduced. So everyone has got recognition about generative AI. So it became one of the popular model as text generation in text generation. So this generative AI can also do recognize the fake newses and deep fakes. So what these things it will do means, generally if you train the model on the based on the data, what are the model you're going to train based on the data, it is going to generate new data as well as it is going to detect the fake newses and deep. I mean, you can work on that and you can train the model on that, and in that way also these models will help you to do our task. It will reduce our task and time. Okay, creating realistic simulation. So the generative AI only means it is going to generate realistics based on the similar characteristics, right? So based on the similar characteristics, it is going to generate the new images, new data, new videos, right? It is whatever the content it may be, it's going to generate new one. So automated content creation. So these generative AI generally going to use in that area also, like automated means nothing but you are going to get the complete picture of your generative AI. So it can do a number of things. Okay, so that is the thing. It may be a content creation, it may be like image generation. It can do a number of tasks. So these are the different examples. So you can see here this image. So how you explain about the image, how you are imagining. So what are the things you know? In that way, you need to describe for best results. So what you are expecting from the are the things you are going to get to know. In that way, you need to explain to the model. Means in that way, you need to give the prompt. You need to specify the complete details about the prompt. Then the model will going to understand and it is going to generate a text. Okay, guys. So it is based if you want to generate these type of such a type of images or text. So you are expecting some different kind of story. Okay, you are expecting some different kind of story. Then you need to focus on prompting. Okay, we'll discuss how to give prompt. What are the different types of prompting techniques we have? All this also we'll discuss. Okay, I think these are the example for generative AI. So these generative AI going to work on different fields. Okay, means like it's going to generate a text things. It can do video, images, code, music, speech, 3D. So it will work on a number of things. Okay. So marketing content. So coming to the text, so it is going to give work on marketing content. For example, if you want to uh, get to know information about, so for example, you want to present your product in the market in using different strategies, you can take the help of these models, which will help you to creating like poems, slogans, and stories. So it can showcase your product in a different format and unique style. Okay. So, and coming to the mails, so the text generation models can write mails easily. So, what are the prompts you're going to give? What are the things you're going to give? Like, if you have issue daily, you want to send a mail to your client. So, you what you'll do, just you're going to modify it and you'll send your mail every day, right? So, in that way also it will work. And creative writing, so it will create videos, images of your model. Okay, coming to the translation, so these models can translate from one language to other language. Like if you are traveling, you can see the Google Translator. In that way, these models also gonna translate from one language to other language. So, and like technology texts, so technically it will help the people and news article summarization. So we will see, guys, this is we will see that how this article is going to be summarized. Okay, that we also will discuss. So there is a different models for summarization too. Okay, these all things we can perform using these models. Okay, and coming to video, so in video also you can perform n number of operations like video generation, video editing, video game development, video summarization. Like this, you can perform n number of operations in video games. Okay, these Gene will help to do that type of task. Okay, and coming to image generation, so already we seen, right, DALI in the same how these models will generate n number of images. So for you, based on the given prompt, specified style, okay, it can consider n number of things and can generate new images. So what are the imagining? So for example, you had a dream yesterday. So you have some clues about the dream. So if you specify that also, this model will generate. Okay, so that way, that power the model is going to have. And the code generation, so this is a very important models which will help the to generate a best code. So nowadays you can see that the software industries, so the companies are trying to hire and it's trying to implement the generative. Why means it not going to replace the positions, but it will help the employees to write the code in a creative format, or checking the clearing the bugs and errors by while compiling. So in that way, these models will help to means it will creative it will suggest some creativity to the person who is writing and doing about the code works. Okay, and the coming to music also, it will generate the based on the samples. So different samples it can generate music also, like music composition and sound designing, arrangement and orchestrate and remixing. So like this, it will do a number of things in music field. Coming to speech, so this is an important thing. So text to speech, so when we are just going to give the in text format, it need to convert into speech like audio. So if you the voice things, if you give the voice commands, it need to convert that into command, and that command need to be executed. For example, for Siri, Alexa, and you have Google Assistant. Like this, you're going to have different voice assistants which will help you to analyze your voice, and it will convert into text, that is converted into commands, that commands is going to be executed. In that way, these models going to work. Okay, next coming to the 3D models. 3D means it is going to work as like, see, for example, there is a company which is running for anime like Cartoon Networks, which is running by the company. So they want a new character, so if they want a character, they need to give for animators who is going to design all the things. They need to give to the animators. But here the issue is that, and no need of using any animation field. Without them, you can just by providing the best prompt, you will get the best 3D character, right? So in that way, these models will help in and different strategies, different places, it will help to reduce our work and time. So we'll discuss what is generative AI and how this will help to human to reduce and time and all the things. So yesterday itself we discussed what is the generative AI, but let me repeat it once again. So the class machine learning models that learn from underlying patterns of training data and then generate the new data similar characteristic. It's going to generate the new data points for similar characteristics. So what is mean by similar characteristics? Nothing but, so what are the data you're going to train? So what are the model you're going to train on the past data? So based on the data, it will observe some patterns and information So that information patterns is nothing but similar characteristics. Based on that, the model is going to generate the new content. So that is a thing. So essentially it creates new content. It's not just classify or predict. So already we discussed what is classification and prediction, right? I hope you remember that. So this generative AI going to generate a new content. So yesterday we discussed this, guys. So I think you're clear, right? So what is generative AI and discriminative AI? What is the difference between generative and discriminative AI? Anyone? So what is mean by generative AI and discriminative AI? Yeah, that's a correct right answer. Yeah. So that is the thing, the models which generative AI going to do and the discriminator are going to do something. So this name is suggesting that generative AI is going to generate the new data instance. Generative AI going to generate the new data instance, and based on that, whereas a discriminative AI will classify and predict the data. Yes, isn't it? Yesterday we discussed. So in generative AI, we have different models, guys. In generative AI, we have different models. So in upcoming sessions, we are going to discuss this about GANs and VAs and transformers. And there are some other models. We'll discuss that too. Okay. How these GANs will generate, how the various network models transformers. So we'll discuss all these things in upcoming sessions. So in discriminative AI, so what this discriminator will do, it is going to classify and predict something. It is going to classify, means it is going to classify the data into different classes, as well as it's going to predict something, right? So this is a task generally discriminative AI going to do, and there are different modes for this purpose. There are these papers. So one is linear, the deep learning. We have CNN, RNN. So like this n number of models, which is going to use it for predicting the data. Okay, so in generally for in general examples, we can say that creating images, writing text. So these are examples for generative AI. Okay, coming to discriminate AI, it will do work with the images, but it is going to recognize the images, means it is going to identify the images. For if you train the model with a cat and dog, if you show with a different image, the model will find the which one is cat and which one is. You can analyze the images too. Okay? And spam filtering, we'll discuss that. Okay, so discriminative. So here is example of about discriminative AI. So what is the spam and not spam? So what is the spam and not spam? So spam is nothing but when you're working with any of the Gmails or emails, so you need to, the model need to decide which of the mail is spam and which one is not. What you mean by spam is nothing but fake mails, right? So generally you're going to get every day the people will spam mail. So there is a model we can use to predict which one is spam and which one is not spam. How generally we are going to find the which one is spam and which one is not? For example, if you get a mail from a company which is offering for 35 lakhs as a offer for your particular role, okay, they are offering you as a 35 LPA for your role in a software company. So how do you going to define it as a spam? One thing that you need to you're going to check that is there any existing company with that name or not, right? And another thing you will check that have you applied for the company or not. Based on this some scenarios, you're going to say that okay, this is a spam mail, okay, means this is a fake mail. But how the model will understand these concepts? So it will analyze like it is going to make sure the content in that. So it may offers content, it may like give the inform, maybe it may like you're going to have offers and names like, like they will to specify, no, in that they will see, and it will carry some of the things, and it will say that the mail is spam or not. Okay, in that way the model will understand the mail is spam or not. So it is going to identify, it is going to finding that which one is spam and which one is not. But it is not just generating anything, right? So this is a learns from probability of y and x, and the probability of the mail being spam or not. It in the based on the content, you're going to decide that the mail is spam or not. Okay. So these models does not create any new mails. It classify existing ones. So these models is not going to do anything through the mails, but it is going to classify the mail which one is spam and which one is not. Okay. So generative AI, you can take an example as like a cat. So you just train the model with the huge cat images. Just you generated the model huge cat images, so just realistic images of cat, and just using that cat images, the model will learn from that noise, and will finally not going to predict, it is going to generate new image. For example, you train the model with a 1000 images, and you want to know that how the cat going to look like. So the model going to generate the new image, it's not going to classify which one is uh, cat and which one is dog. So it need to know, and it will understand some patterns from the images, and it is going to give the output as new generated cat images, isn't it, guys? So that is the thing this generally generative AI will do. So what are the different characteristics? So what are the different characteristics we have of using this generative AI? So we'll discuss that. So every person going to have their unique right, unique characteristic and unique things. Same as this models, generative AI has its unique characteristics. So learning from data. So it will start from the basic data. So what are the data you're going to provide? Based on that, it will learn some patterns. It will learn some patterns. It will apply some distributions, and it will learn some patterns of distribution. Novelty is nothing but creates a new data instance that are not exact copies of the training data. So it's not going to do copy. For example, the data point is in the format of one distribution. It's not going to create the data in the same distribution. It will learn first. It will learn first. Okay. So it will learn, and it is going to create something new. Okay. From training data, it will learn, and it will generate the new data. Complexity, compared to the complexity often involves in complex neural network. So it will work with the neural network. So it will do a calculation very fast, it will compute the things very fast, so it will overcome that. Okay. Stochasticity, so incorporate to randomness to produce the desired output. So using this stochasticity, so it will help the model to learn the good things. I mean, it's like randomness from the input. So what will happen if that it produce the randomness means it will learn some more difficult. It makes the model to learn difficult. So it will analyze more, and it will try to understand the data. Okay. Next, creative potential means can be used to create tasks such as art, music, and writing. So like this, we can use this creative potential for a number of tasks. So these are the characteristics of generative AI. Coming to, let's discuss about properties of generative AI. So by knowing this, you will get to know how this model is, how the model is very powerful. Okay, how it is going to work in that way. So you'll get to know. Okay, guys. So data distribution learning models that underline the probability distribution of training data. Okay, models that underline probability of distribution of training data. So it will follow from distribution, and it will learn, it will train. Okay. Sampling generate the new data by sampling from a learned distribution. Sampling generate the new data by sampling from learned distribution. coming to the Latin space. So this Latin space, what this Latin space generally will do means it allow for manipulate the interpolation, means nothing but it allows the model to take the features which has been generated, extracted from other images, or it has been generated from there. So it will explore that thing, allows the manipulation of interpolation of the Latin space, control and generate the output. To generate the best output, this will manipulate it. And the conditional generations that can generate data condition and specific input or constraints and generate picture to cat where a thought. So here for this conditional generator, we are going to give some condition. Generally, we are not asking for a cat image. Just we are specifying that generate a picture of cat where it had a wearing. So it had just wearing a hat. So this is my example. So based on that, it need to generate. Right. So that is about conditional generation. I hope these properties and characteristics is clear. So let's see how this generative AI works. Okay, let's see how this generative AI going to work. Okay, so to work with different things, generative AI, so it need to learn a lot of things, right? So it need to predict all these things, need to work. So for that, how this model is going to handle all these things, how the model get to know that to generate this word only next. So in the background, these are the steps it is going to follow to generate the new content. Okay, guys. Just a minute, guys. Guys, am I clear? Are you facing any issues? Sorry for that, guys. Now, is this clear, guys? Yeah, thank you for that. Okay, let's see the principles of means how this generative AI going to work. So first, what we're going to do, we are going to select a model and we'll start training that model. Okay, means we are going to push large data sets, not simple 10 GB, 20 GB. We are going to train the model using huge like 100 terabytes of data. We are going to push to the model to model learn in a complex format. So it's not going to have uh, other issues like data insufficient issues to the we are going to push huge amount of data to the model to learn patterns and observe from that. Okay, so first we are going to push the data to the model. Okay, and then now the model training will start. It's going to use neural network. So why it need to use neural network means it is going to do the computation, it will do the calculation faster compared to other things. The neural network will allow the model to learn patterns easily by doing a huge calculation faster, right? And here again we are seeing this latin space creation. So what this latin space will generally will do means, for example, if you pass image, if you pass the image, so in that, from that image it will extract the some information. From that image it will extract the some information. So using that information we call it as a latin space. From that latin space it will do another things, like it can generate some more new points. Okay, so that is the thing here. Latin space will play the crucial role. Okay. In upcoming sessions, you are going to understand what is Latin space. Okay. And sampling and generation. The model samples from the Latin space and generate the new data instance. The model samples from the Latin space and generate the new data instance. So this sampling and generation, the model sample from Latin space and generate the new data instance means nothing but, so it will take the samples and based on that Latin space data, it will generate the new instance. So it is not just copying, it generating the data. Okay, so this is a process it is going to happen, and it is going to follow for generating new data. So this is how the generative AI is going to take the consideration. So what is the Latin space? So already I discussed that Latin space is nothing but a multi-dimension representation of data learned from the model. So means already it has been learned from the model, means like it is going to carry some information, like it have already some features in Latin space, right? So it had already some features. So it has been already learned more from the model, and it has features. Using that features, the model will generate the new data points. So it has already information, not that unwanted information, that it had the useful information. So using that useful information, the model is going to try to generate the new samples. Okay, each point in Latin space is correspond to specific data instance. An example is image. So here what they are saying, for example, is there is a big image. So there is a big image in that every color, every point is act like a pixel. Every color and every point is act like a pixel value. Pixel is nothing but that it is going to have some information. Okay, what is the color number? So see, in generally for image, it's going to carry from 0 to 256 colors the image is going to carry. So for every pixel is going to have different unique number. Okay, so that is the thing, it's going to extract the useful information from the image, and rest of the information is going to be neglected. So that useful information we stored in a latent space. So that is the thing we call it as a latent space. Moving around the latent space allow you to smoothly transition between data instance. Okay, so it will allow the model to learn smoothly if it is used for the latent space. Okay. So this is an example for Latin space, guys. So this is an example for Latin space. You can consider in this example, every box, it is going to look like a box. So every box going to carry some information. Okay, one dimension might represent. So for example, Latin space has been carried some information. So we call it as a one dimension might represent smiling and not smiling. So if there is an image in that, I need to know that the image is smiling or not. I need to know first. Okay, so after that, what another dimension will do generally means, is that male or female. So another dimension is analyzing male or female. Like this, every dimension will work on different aspects. Okay, every dimension is going to taken by the different consideration to the data as in different aspects. Moving along with these dimensions, the latent space would morph the one face into another, means it is going to find finally which one is laughing, which one is sad, and which one is smiling, and which one is not smiling, and who is male and female. So like this it is going to separate and it is going to work. Okay, so in that it will play the two things will play the crucial role. One is latent space, another one is probability distribution. So using this probability distribution, you can do the things like you can while training the model is going to train on particular data. Using that data, model will understand the patterns and similarities of data, and it will try to give the best output. So that is the this probability distribution will help to get the best output and accuracy. So in that way the model will generate information. Okay, this distribution describes how like different data instances are. So it will explain how the data is being splitted. Okay, how the data is there. So what are the terms it is following? Like this, it will understand. Okay, the model use the distribution to generate the new data that is not similar to training data. See, the model uses the distribution to generate new data that is similar to the training data. It's not going to do copy. It's not going to copy anything, but it is going to generate the new samples. It is going to generate the new samples. So that is a special thing about the distribution. Understanding the distribution, the model will get to know this thing. See, for example, I want to know that what is the average height of a student of eighth class. Guys, I want to know that what is the average height of a student in this particular area of a eighth student. Then what I will do, I'll just collect the information from different schools nearby me. Okay, I'll collect the information for school height of a eighth standard student. What is the height? I will collect. And what I'll do, I will push this data, complete data to generator. So GenAI, so it will learn some patterns and it will generate the new data samples. It will generate the new data samples based on the real information. It will try to give the best result, real information. So in that way, this model will helpful. So, and if I want to know the average, the model going to generate and going to give the average height of the in these states or country, it is going to specify. So in that way this distribution will help the model to understand. It will help the more to understand the model. Okay, so neural network, guys, it will play the main crucial role in generative AI. So already we discussed, but I'm just giving the thing is overview. So this network will help the architecture of generative AI, and it will help the map the data from Latin space. So in that way also this model will help you to do specific. Okay, so there are the different models, guys. So there are the different models, as I said, no. So in the upcoming session, you'll get to know the different types of models. So one is GANs. GANs nothing but generative adversarial networks. So it will has two networks. One is generator and discriminator compute the against each other. So it will start just giving adversarial among the two generator and discriminator. Like every time they're going to have a conflict, because so why it is going to be happen, this means we'll discuss. Okay, you'll get to know in that day. Okay, next, variational autoencoders. So it is also a generative model which help you the users that it's going to be used in text generation, image generation. It will use a number of areas. Okay, and last third one is nothing but transformers. So attention based models is particularly effective for text and increasingly for images. So in that way it will help the transformers. So transformers which will predict the next word as a faster compared to other models. So that is the thing, transformers will play the crucial role. Okay, and diffusion models is nothing but it is going to be used by Google that to generate the best realistic images. Okay, this generally diffusion models will do that. It will help that model to give the best results as output. Okay, so transitional path is nothing but how this generative who this generative. Okay, so who gonna accept this generative AI? So in educational industry, nowadays you can use, the people are using huge about for educational industry for preparing some quizzes. So preparing from the student going to understand clearly, because there is no need to ask for any teacher or tutor to you may feel shy. Okay, you can ask directly this generative AI. It will act like your teacher or tutor. So while you're studying or you want to learn new things, right? So in that way this model will help in educational industries. And data and resonance. So for appropriate preparation for data and the resources are required for effective usage of generative. So in that area, it is going to take care about main thing that data is not that simply is not going to be leaked. So that is the thing they'll take care about data and resources and intelligence. So other part of the thing is intelligence. So what this will help technical integration. Sorry, this what this technical integration will generally do means it will affect the integration involves in understanding organization needs. So nothing but for example there is a e-commerce website. Okay, there is an e-commerce website. You want to implement a chatbot which will help for clarifying the clarifying the users queries. Okay, for example, you ordered some of the items so that haven't delivered, so still now they haven't delivered, so that item, so you have a query. What you'll do, you'll go to the support and team, and you'll raise a query that I haven't delivered, haven't received this product. So in that way you'll ask, right? So there need to be hired an employee which is going to give the response. So before hiring a person, you can just take the rental of this generative AI. If you implement that, it can resolve the n number of questions at a time, right? It will resolve the n number of questions, and it, at a time it will save money and time. So that is a thing industries are understanding, and they are going through the generative AI. Okay, and governance is nothing but which, for example, if you are building any of a model, if you are using any of the model, it need to follow rules and regulations. It need to follow the some rules and regulations according to ethical AI. So then the models is going to be allowed to introduce in the market. Okay, so this is the thing about the transactional part. So it has been started like they are accepting or not people after the data and resonance and technical integration, like this doing a number of things, then the model is going to work very well. Okay, so this is the thing about generative AI. I think, I hope it's clear, right? So that's good. Guys, it's a mandatory that if you want to get certified, so you need to attend the sessions. Okay, so that how this attendance is going to be calculated means your mail ID. So when you join that, based on the mail ID, they're going to mark your attendance. Okay, automatically the Zoho is going to calculate your attendance. It's a mandatory thing. Okay, if you are not going to join, then you are not going to get the certificate. We are not responsible for that. Okay, make sure this. You will get the recording session, guys. It's not the thing. You will get the recording sessions, so you can watch that whenever you want. But it's a mandatory that you need to attend the sessions. Okay. Yeah. Now just in the second part, we'll discuss about how to sign in and all the things. I'll show that how to create account. Okay. Just we'll share it in a Telegram group, and we'll let you know where you'll get. Okay. It's fine, guys. If you are not able to attend, then just write mail. If there is a reason, then it's not a issue. But mandatory that you need to have at least 80 above 85 above percentage attendance. Okay, make sure that. So the Zoho is, if you join to the session, then Zoho is automatically going to be calculated and it is going to give the mark as attendance. Okay. Okay. Have a 5 minutes break. We'll continue. Next part will I'll show that how to create account, all these things. Okay. Hello guys, sorry for the delay. So, am I clear? Yeah. So I already said no. Just we are going to see that how to create account in Skill Boost. Okay. I'll just going to give the clear cut information while creating Skill Boost account. Follow these steps. Okay, guys. Just is that clear? Midi Madi, what is that discussing about? Okay. Let me give an. Let me share my screen. Guys, I hope that screen is visible. Just while creating account in Skillburst, follow these steps. Search for Skill Boost. Okay. Okay. Just continue with your Google account. Okay. Just what are the account you're going to give? Just continue with that. Use any of your Gmail account. So let's just wait. So after just sign in with your account, so it's going to show like this. Just provide the give the information. What are the thing it is asking for? Okay. So in that way, just give it. I'm just giving. That is not my information. Okay. Just after that, just giving the required details for that account, and just do one thing. Click on join. Okay. Hit on join. So it will ask on that way. And just using account. Choose your any one of the mail. So after you hit on join, it will take you to in this way. It will show in sidebar. Give you just select the role. So here you need to provide your name. Okay. So hit on checkbox. So click on join. Okay. This is a format you need to for while creating your account. Okay. Is that clear? So while you're just enrolling this, creating your account, you will get the free credits you can use while doing your labs. Okay. Is it clear, everyone? Am I audible, guys? Okay, don't worry, I'll just repeat it once again. So open a window, open any of one of the browser, search for Google Skill Boost. Okay, open any of your browser and search for Google Skill Boost. Okay, search for Google Skill Boost. After searching that, you're going to see here Google Cloud Skill Boost. Just off on the first, so just click on that, and you're going to have the option to sign in. So you need to give choose one of the mail. Okay, what are the mail you're going to give? Just choose the mail, and after that, it is going to show you the option was join option. Okay, you're going to get, when you sign in, you're going to get your, you need to give your date of birth. After that, it is going to give your option as join. Okay, it is going to rise a pop-up. So in that, you're going to have the option of join. So click on join. So it's going to ask some information like location information and the experience, all these things. Just what I did in the previous, just follow the same. Okay, and finish the process. So when you submit it, just it is going to, the account is going to be created. Okay, this is a simple method steps. Do it right now. Company name, please provide your college name. You can use your Nasscom mail also. It's not that thing. You can use company name. Just give your college name in place of company name. If not, just please check your sign in once. Is the account is created, or you received a 35 credits or not? Go to your account and check it once. So just the simple. So what you need to do means, just go here. If it is directly, it has opened like this, just go here account. You're going to, it is going to show you that there is a 35 credits. Okay, select individual, not organization. Select any of the interested role. So I want to show that I need to use another mail again. Okay, let me try once. See, go to Google Cloud Skill Boost. There you're going to have the option that first one. Check on first link. Click on first link. After that, go to sign in. So in the top, you have the option that sign in. You can sign in. If not, it is going to show that go through your Google account. So just go through your Google account. After that, you're going to have the pop-up that join. Okay. Click on join. So it will ask for your date of birth. Give your date of birth. After that, it is going to show a sidebar. In that sidebar, just fill the information like your organization name, what is the role interested for you, and your college name. Give that information and click on join. So then it is going to show like this. It will show a dashboard like this. Is it clear? Log out. Okay, Yeah, organization you can take as individual. Don't worry if you get the zero credits also, it's not a thing. It is you are going to receive, okay? Don't worry about that. Yeah, guys, are you able to hear my voice? Company, in place of company, give your college name. Okay, I'm just moving forward. Yeah, if you had already account, you can use it. It's the not issue. Select individual. Yeah, if there is a student option, you can select that. So now, what are the course you need to do in this? Means just daily we are going to discuss that courses. Okay, don't worry about that too. Just I'm just discussing what are you are going to do here. What are the course you are going to do? Means just go to paths here. Just go to path. Everyone, just go to path here. Paths. So click on path. So after going to the path, you'll find some courses here. You'll find some of the courses. So just scroll down. Scroll down. So here, I think everyone are able to see the screen. So here you'll find the beginner introduction to generative AI learning path. So this is the one course you need to finish. Click on this. So in upcoming sessions, we are going to discuss each and every course in this also. We'll discuss all this. So in this, you're going to have different labs, guys. Okay. So go here, go to this course. We'll go to this course. Here, you need to finish. You need to watch the video, and you need to finish this, and you need to attend the quiz. Okay. So like this, you need to finish each and every course. You need to finish each and every course. Like this, you need to finish the introduction to generative AI, introduction to LLMs, as well as you need to finish the introduction to responsible AI. So after that, so this is a play where you're going to have the different labs. Click on this. In these labs, you need to finish each and every lab. Okay, you need to finish each and every lab. How to finish, what are the things we'll discuss in the upcoming sessions. Okay, daily we'll discuss the labs. Okay, don't worry about that. So you need to finish these labs. Okay, just it is going to look like this. So when you hit on that, so this is a thing you need to follow task, and each and every task you need to follow. Okay, so how to do, what are the instructions, how you need to finish means we'll discuss in the upcoming session, guys. Okay, so now, so for this doing these labs, it's no need of to pay any credit, but moving further, you need to finish some more labs, that is intermediate and advanced level. So what are the course? I'll say that. One is beginner level. Okay. Next, you need to finish the intermediate level. You need to go with the intermediate level. This is a beginner level learning path, introduction to generative AI. And next, you're going to have the intermediate generative AI learning path. That too. Not this one. Just a minute. guys. So that is the thing. You need to go with the three courses. That one is beginner level, intermediate, and advanced levels. Okay. So I already shown now. This is the intermediate level. Okay. First finish the beginner level. Just first finish the beginner level. After that, go with the intermediate level courses. Okay. So these are the three courses you need to finish. Okay. And you need to know. Yeah. So this is the beginner level you need to finish, guys. After that, go with the intermediate level. So make sure that beginner introduction to generative AI learning path, and after that, go for intermediate generative AI labs with the Gemini on Google Cloud. So finish this one. Okay, follow this one. Finish labs in this. You're going to have different labs. So daily we'll discuss one labs. Okay, don't worry about that. So just it is going to look like this. Okay, this is a thing. So first you need to, I already shown now that yeah, beginner level finish that, and you need to go for intermediate generative labs with the Google Cloud. So you finish these labs. Okay, just taking time. Yeah, finish this lab. Okay, so you need to finish what are the requirements you have, just go through it. I'll show, we'll discuss in upcoming sessions too. Okay, about these labs, don't worry about that. Okay, and next you need to finish the advanced level too. Okay, you need to finish the advanced level in learning path. This is the advanced level. No, not this one. This is the thing. Just a minute. Yeah, here. Advanced generative AI of developers of learning path. So you need to finish this one. Okay, you need to go through it and finish the labs and all the things you need to finish, please. Okay, we'll see day by day what is the things you need to. And after that, you need to fill form, guys. So to get access for these courses for beginner level, yeah, that is intermediate level, and for beginner level and advanced, for intermediate and advanced it is going to ask for some credits. So if you don't have credits, you need to fill form, one of the form. We'll share the link of that form, so you need to fill the details in that form. Okay, so fill what are the requirements they're going to ask in the Google form, fill that information. But one thing, just a minute. So just fill the information in the Google form. Okay, we are going to share the Google form in a Telegram group. Okay, so fill that Google form. But while just filling, you need to give URL. Okay, so what are the URL? They're going to ask one of the column option as URL. Okay, make sure this public URL. They'll ask your public profile URL. So in that you need to provide this URL, not this one. Okay, don't give this one. Just this is a URL you need to give. Go to here, go to settings. Everyone, guys, make sure this. Okay, so just scroll down, You'll find your public profile. Everyone, are you able to see the screen? So you'll find here public profile. Just click on the button, click on the checkbox. Okay. So click on checkbox and update settings. Click on update settings. Now you can see your public URL, isn't it? So you need to share this. If you share this link in that Google form, then you're going to get the access for remaining courses, intermediate and advances. You're going to get the access from Google. Okay, is it clear? You need to give this link in uh, Google form. We'll share the one of the Google form. You need to give that. Okay, you need to share there. So that is the thing. I hope you are clear. Okay, I'm just sharing my screen. So I'm just going to give the overview about prompt engineering. So already we discussed about introduction to generative AI. As always, I've shown the labs how to do. So in tomorrow's upcoming sessions, you're going to see how to work with the labs. Okay. Now, in this prompt engineering fundamentals, what you're going to do means, so that agenda, so what you're going to learn, so definition, how to give these prompts, okay, while working with any of the model, any of the apps, so you need to know how to give the prompts, okay. And you need to know, so that is the thing we are going to deconstruct the prompts, and we'll see the prompt engineering techniques and introduction to foundation model. So we'll discuss this, okay. Am I clear? So what is generally the prompt engineering? So why we need to follow these means? So while you're working with any of a generative model, so if you are working with any of the generative model, so you need to specify, you need to give the accurate information. So then only you're going to get the accurate results from the models. So if you, for example, if you're providing only the, if you are getting the output as a 50%, then you need to give the rest of the information. How you will give the prompt, then you will get the 100% results. For example, you want to generate an image, okay, you want to generate image. For example, if I gave that, create an cat image, create a cat image, then what it is going to generate, it is going to generate any uniquely? No, you need to specify, you need to specify things, how, what are the cat type, what is the height of the, I mean, how it need to look, and where it is a background location. So everything you need to specify in the prompt, then you are going to get the best result, right? So that is all the things is going to be based on the prompt. Because why? Because generally these clouds, so when you're working with these clouds, so there you're going to have the issues from some, like something like at storages. So you want to store something and you want to build an application there. If you want to use this AI, if there you want to use this type of generative AI, you need to give the prompt in a structure format, you need to give the accurate prompt, then only you're going to get the accurate results, and you can work and you can finish, like creating a web application, or just accessing storages. You can use the Gemini there. So how you're going to use, we'll discuss, okay. So prompt engineering is art and science of crafting pieces and effective prompts and get the desired outputs of the from large language models. It involves an understanding LLM behavior and design the optimal input structure and iteratively refining prompts to achieve the specific goal. Right. So what are the things? If you want to get a creative stories, if you want to get a accurate results, you need to specify your prompt as much as clearly. Okay. You need to give the best prompt, then the you're going to get the best output from the these LLMs. Okay. Am I clear? So what is a prompt? You need, it is like a piece of paper. So what are the piece you need to going to specify? Based on that only the model is going to be respond. It is going to give the information. The LLM is going to react on that. So what are the thing you're going to specify that need to cover complete awareness of that structure? If it is maybe image, or if you want to get, if you want to get storage, or if you want to write a mail, so you need to specify the prompt clearly. Okay. So for that specifying, we have different methods to do this prompting. So I'll discuss that methods. Yeah. So while dealing with the prompt engineering, you need to follow these things. Okay, you need to follow these things to get a best output. Okay, control. So if you are working with a model that is trained on huge amount of data, billions of parameters, so you need to specify good prompt, then you are going to get the best output. So transformer LLMs for unpredictable text generate powerful controllable tool. So if you use the prompting in the right format, then the models will be in a control and it will give the better accurate information. If not, it's not going to work. Okay. So that is the thing of prompting will play the crucial role in controlling the LLMs. Okay. For example, you gave the bad prompt, then it is going to generate unwanted information. So what it happens, so again you'll give the same format, again you'll follow the same prompting technique, then it is going to give the same information. So the model will understand only that pattern. It's not going to give in a creative answer, it's not going to give the answer in a creative way. So then the loop is going to be rotate, and you will get the, you're not going to get the best output, you are not going to get the accurate results from the model. Okay. And the efficiency, so it reduces the need of fine tuning and saving the time resources. So if you specify the prompt, for example, you want to build a time, you want a timetable for study hours timetable. So then what we need to do, you need to specify the prompt in a way that I clearly you need to specify what are the timings and what are the subjects you are going to cover and how many days you have, and all these things you need to specify. So without specifying that, if you ask for timetable, it's not going to give. And that what you need to do, you need to provide some examples. So you need to provide some examples, so it will take time, right? If you provide the example, it will understand, it is going to generate. So better than you, if you give the better prompt, good prompt, then no need to specify any examples or no need to fine tune is nothing but you are going to modify something, means you are going to give the extra information. Based on that, it will learn and it will generate. So that is a thing of fine tune. So efficiency will play the crucial role. Innovations enables the novel applications and previously demanded, I mean, it's like possible. So what it will happen? What will happen? So if you want to get, for example, if you want to build an application using generative AI, you are interested to build an application. So for building an application, you need to specify the details, like what are the application for, so a number of people using, so what are the industry on that, is most of the things these prompt will play the crucial role. If not, if you are not going to provide that accurate means information, it's not going to give the best results. Okay, so that is the thing. While working this with the LLMs, you need to give the, you need to specify the good prompt. Okay. So you can say that, can see estimate that effective prompting engineering can improve the accuracy of LLM output up to 30%, leading the significant cost of saving and increase the efficiency. So whenever you're providing the prompt, if you give the right prompt, no need to use model for n number of times. So if you once you specified that, create a cat image. Okay, it has been created some different cat. So you're not that what are the images it has been created, you're not satisfied. So generally what you will say, create a white cat, it need to background, it is sitting in a chair. Okay, it is sitting on a chair. So you have specified that it just created using a normal chair and the cat is sitting, a white cat is sitting on it. So that also you're not satisfied. Again you'll move, add some more prompt to it. Like this, you will enhance the every time prompt. Then it will take the huge computation background to generate every time generating the new image, right? So before doing that, if you specify the complete information, what are the expectations and what are the things it need to follow, and what are the, how it need to look, and what is the background, like this you need to collect every information. If you give once in things, you'll get in a one or two prompts, you'll get the best output. So that is a thing. Prompting will help the model to understand, and it will say that it will act as a cost efficiency. Okay guys, is that clear? Okay, so you need to follow, these are the crucial step while prompting. Okay, let's deconstruct the prompt. Deconstruct means already we are just we've done in the prompt, just we are constructing one by one, one step by one step. So you'll get to know. So instructions for creating a prompting, instruction for giving a best prompting. So clear and actionable commands, define and desired outcomes. So what are the things what you're expecting you need to define first? Means, for example, the cat, when you're just generating image, the cat should be on a white color. So if you specify that, then you're going to get, otherwise it may going to give a brown, black color, right? So it is going to take its own wish. So you need to specify what are the outputs you are expecting. Based on that, you need to specify. See here as example, translate the following text into French. So we are specifying here that I'm just giving some text, you need to translate that into one of the language. The language name is French, right? So in that way you need to specify. Okay. Context in a sense, it is going to give the meaning of the thing. So what you are expecting. So background information needed for understanding. So background information, how you, the image background, or else you are writing you want interested to write a mail, so you want to send a mail, so you need to specify the reason. Or else you are just interested to know that a story, unique story, so what type of story you are expecting. So like this you need to specify the background information. Okay. So then you'll get the best output. Text is a scientific abstract about the climate change. So that you are specifying about the what is, you are not asking about why the climate is changing. It is going to say that due to some cyclones the climate has been changed. No, we no need that. So we need scientific reason. We are specifying, right? So we need what type of reason? Scientific reason. We are specifying the detailed background. So based on that, it is going to give. So make sure while giving a prompt, you need to follow some of the steps. Okay. Next, input data, the actual data to be processed, the impact of rising sea level. So you need to, if you're fine tuning other things, you need to specify the input data. So for example, you're going to ask that the impact of rising sea level. What is the impact? So it may be like issues like you're pouring huge liquids, chemicals to that sea level, and also not happening the same process like you're doing the deforestation. So these are the reasons to high sea level. So in that way, it is going to give. So you need to specify input data means what are the information you provide. You need to make sure that output indicator. So specify the desired format and structure of the response. So in the previous, I already said that if you want to a timetable, study of timetable, so you need to specify the format. What are the format you are expecting? So I'm expecting that first I need to get a days, okay, day wise. After that, I need to know the number of hours. After that, I need to get the timings for each day. So this is my format. After that, I need to get adding like syllabus, everything. It need to be carried out. So topic wise, it need to separate. In that way, you need to specify. Then what does the data you need to provide? You need to provide the timings. You need to provide what are the subjects and its syllabus, and you need to provide what is the break time, all these times you need to specify. Then according to that, the timetable is going to be designed. So in that way, you're going to get the best output. Return the translation in a single paragraph. So you're specifying. In the previous, just it is just it is going to give you timetable. Now it is going to give you, if you're asking, I need only in a single paragraph a story, or else I need only in a single paragraph of my mail reasons. Okay. So in that way also it will indicate. Okay. Examples of that: demonstrate and desire input output relationship. So English, hello world, French, what is that? So it need to generate. So this is the thing how you're gonna give the input and you'll get the expected output, guys. Okay. So this is an overview. In our coming session, we'll discuss in detail what is the different types and methods of prompt engineering. Okay. Sorry for that audio. I'm just trying. So there is some noise. Okay. I'll make sure that clear. Okay. Okay. So do you have any questions or queries? So I am clear with the attendance. Everyone make sure that if you join and you need to stay till end of the session, then your attendance is going to mark. How means when you join the mail ID, so it is going to the Zoho is going to calculate the mail ID when you're going to be there till end of the session or not. Based on that, you're going to get. Okay. So already shared that you need to go with the beginner level. Okay. From tomorrow onwards, I'll show that what to do, how to finish the labs. Okay. We'll let you know, guys, what are the project you need to work and how to finish this all the labs. Okay, and we'll show that practically. You will get to know. Okay, don't worry. No, no, it's not going to affect your attendance. Don't worry. If you're using different means, it's fine. Okay, don't worry. You can use when they're going to share the Google form. I'll share it in the group. Okay, I'll share it in the group, so you can fill the form in that process. I already shown that how to give the link public profile. Okay, make sure that go to settings and give your public profile. Okay, if you give you provide a right public profile, then you're going to get the access for intermediate and advanced labs. Okay. To join the session of live only, then your attendance is going to calculated and then you're going to get the certificate. Okay. Sorry, it's not going to possible to change the timings. So you need to attend the session if you want to clarify your doubts. And you can ask in a group if you have any doubts. You can post it in a Telegram group. Then we'll share in the yes, okay, we'll share the Google form in group. I'll share the notes. What are the materials we have? We'll share it through the group. Okay. So if you are done with the queries, you can leave the session. Internship, I'll let you know what is the last date. Okay, guys, we'll meet in the next session. So which one already shared one link in that join in that link, that is a group link. Okay. If you want, I'll share it once in this student. So if you have any queries or questions, just post in the group. Okay.